Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'm sorry I've been away for a long time, but I hope everyone here is having a good load of fun here in the Shadowlands. So, today we're going to take a look at the sub-rogue and just a little quick guide on how you, very basic, I'm going to keep the short under 10 minutes guide on how you'll play sub-rogue in the Shadowlands. But first, if you like and enjoy the video, want to see more, go and hit the subscribe button, like the video. It helps out the algorithm a lot here, favoring our YouTube content. And leave a comment down below of what you thought of the video. That would be amazing. And or if you have some questions. Also, I stream over on twitch.tv/killerchris. Come and check me out over there. We are having a big birthday stream coming up here later. Not the coming weekend, but the weekend after that. Alright guys, on with the video. Alright, just a little quick intro as to what's the best of Conduits, Covenants, etc. So the very best Covenant is the Night Fae Covenant for the sub-rogues and for all other rogues for that matter, currently. However, it changes as we are progressing through. Personally, I'll pick the Covenant that you find the most fun to play and the most interesting to play. Personally, I went for Venthyr. I like the Venthyr, I like the ability, it has some nice interactions, requires some setups and some thought. A+ for the Venthyrs. However, the Venthyr I also felt was the better choice for other scenarios. I like to PvP as well. I would much rather be a Venthyr in PvP than a Night Fae. Extra disorient. Yay. Also for, now we have covered the Covenants, the Conduits. The very best Conduit is the one that increases the damage done or your crit chance when you have Symbols of Death up. That is the greatest one. I can't remember the exact name of it. And then the other one that is having a name that's like Stiletto Staccato or something, I think it's called. I pronounced that very wrong. And that reduces the cooldown of your Shadow Blade, will be the second best potency conduit. Make sure you sim your character before you make your pick, and with soulbinds as well, you need to sim which better soulbind. You can do that on raid bots, by the way. I'll leave a link below as well. Leave a comment while you're there, what your best sim was, then we could have a little discussion going. Also, for the legendaries, Finality is the best all-round one. However, the Akaris, the Shadow Strike one, is still just a teeny bit better in single target, but not for AOE. And that covers the whatever you should pick up stuff. Alright guys, let's get over talents and stuff like that here. Rather quickly so this doesn't get too long. So, stats, agility, it's 3 times as good as any of the other stats. Other than that, you want to pick burst, you want to pick crit, you want to pick haste, and you want to pick mastery for single target. If for cleave, you want to swap the mastery and haste around, so you have haste at the very last. For talents, we want to pick weapon master, shadow focus, deeper stratagem. So weapon master is IMO by far the better one. Gloomblade is completely out of the question. Premeditation, it has some uses, but I feel like if you play around like Slice and Dice, especially for Mythic Plus, you should never get anything useful out of Premeditation, since this is only for one Shadow Strike. This counts after you enter Shadow Dance. Weapon Master counts for every Shadow Strike, so you should easily get more value out of Weapon Master. Shadow Focus, once we have some more energy here, Shadow Focus will, or once we have some more haste and getting some more energy therefore, Shadow Focus won't be the better later on in the expansion, but for now Shadow Focus is the best pick. Night Stalker will be a viable option later. Deeper Stratagem, hell yeah. More eviscerate damage, more combo points, you like it. The next row here is purely optional. It could be Soothing Darkness, Cheat Death, Illusion Death. They each have their own use. Cheat Death for raids, and Mythic Plus, Soothing Darkness for solo content, Torghast, Illusion Death for PvP. Night Terror, Sudden Dark, Prey of the Week. Doesn't matter, pick whatever you want. I like Prey of the Week. More damage from everyone to a stunned target has some uses in some raid encounters. Enveloping Shadows is by far the best one. Dark Shadows, 30% extra damage in Shadowlands could be used for some PvP or something, but I still think Enveloping Shadows is way better for PvP. Master of Shadows is by far the best one. I am O for single target and Mythic Plus. Some situations has Secret Technique being better. Personally, I'm very low on haste at the moment, so I'll take Master of Shadows anytime. But when in doubt, sim it out. You check your character, make sure you have the right things. Same with the stat priorities, that could also change on a whim. Make sure you go to raidbots.com and sim your characters. And for the trinkets, now I don't have so many trinkets that I can show here at the moment, but Dreadfire Vessel from Sire Dynafrios will be the best trinket for you. Followed by Inscrutable Quantum Device from the other side. We have the trinket from Necrotic Wing, Bottle Flayed Wing Toxin is really good. And then we have the decanter from Dropson General Sal, if I remember correctly, which is really good for our single tide. Those are like the top trinkets in that order. Also for Mythic Plus, the decanter will be the better option. But again, you should always sim your character to know these things. And that pretty much covers for like building your character here quickly. Alright, so the opener. It is a bit of a mouthful, and in most cases you can swap out Flagellation for your covenant ability. The Curians is a bit different. You want to use the Curian ability after you use Shadow Dance and Symbols of Death. So here is how it goes. So we go into Stealth. We use Shadow Strike. We use Slice and Dice. We use Flagellation. We use Shadow Blades and our Shadow Dance and Symbols of Death, and then we just fill it up. We use Rupture right after. That was my mistake with the Eviscerate there. So Shadow Strike, Eviscerate, Shadow Strike, Eviscerate. We make sure we maintain our Slice and Dice. Shadow Strike, Eviscerate. And we step. So we make sure we don't fill up the Rupture and Slice and Dice within the Shadow Dances. And so here we're making sure that we have our stuff ready to go. Boom, boom. Also, I forgot it here. Make sure you get to 30 stacks and then you use your Necro or your Ventfear ability. You want to use your Ventfear ability right before it runs out. So you make sure you get the maximum uptime. If you can pull a Shadow Dance right for when you use the Ventfear ability a second time, you're going to get a lot more extra damage. Even more if you can with the Symbols of Death. And it's like a teeny bloodlust. It's a lot of extra damage here if you can time it right. So yeah, that is it for the opener, and the rotation is pretty much as follows. You make sure you get your at least 5 combo points, then you use your finishes. You refresh Rupture and Slice and Dice outside of Shadow Dance. You make sure to save a Shadow Dance for your Symbols of Death if you're not gonna get one extra up before you get your Symbols of Death back. Make sure you have one ready. And yeah, use your finishers, use your covenant ability on cooldown, try and line as many buffs up as possible. And yeah, that is it for the rogues. So good luck, guys.